He just reminded me of Spider-Man. His bully's name, Flash. Like, okay. Okay.
What were your staples? Like your Saturday morning cartoon staples? Like, I'm getting up. I have to get up because I need to watch this. The new episode's out. Gotta watch it.
Pokemon.
Pokemon?
I had to watch Pokemon. Back when it was still like Saturday
Uh huh.
on WB. Like when Johto League was on. You know Johto League, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like the second one where it was
Yeah.
like Mai and that little kid with the green shirt.
Was
and
it Mai?
glasses?
Was it Mai?
Was it?
Was it?
I stopped watching after first season.
I watched. Let me see. Misty and Brock were with him, right? I watched that shit on UPN for like a good ass amount of time, cause it used to come out in the afternoons after I got out of elementary school,
Uh huh.
and then like later on, they moved Pokemon to like WB, and I was like, what the fuck? It's on WB, and I watched that shit till like. Let me see. The whole Orange Islands happened. Did you shoot the driver?
Yeah, I got him.
Oh, okay.
One tapped him.
I did not see that. Yeah. I watched the entire Orange Islands like thing happen, and I watched a little bit after that.
You know they don't spawn until you look away.
Yeah, I know.
Just load up.
Definitely. I remember the gang split up.
Uh huh.
Misty went back home.
Because her sisters were fucking up, being
the-
gym leaders.
Yeah, they were like busy trying to be pretty and shit. Not so much as actual gym leaders, so they were just getting defeated, so they were just handing out badges essentially.
Uh-huh.
And then Misty's like, what the fuck? You know, like, what are y'all doing? Like, the gym went to shit, and like literally there's like little children just mocking them, like, yeah man, that was so easy. And I'm just like, damn. And then I think one of her older sisters, the big titty blonde,
Uh-huh.
or I think she's blonde anyway. She's just like, yeah, I don't know, we just got beat. It's like, you know, it's just like the usual thing now. We're just not that good at being trainers or gym leaders or whatever, right? So like essentially her gym became a joke because Misty left. So that's why she's like, okay, my sisters are trash, so I'm gonna have to stay behind. And that was like when she left the team, and it was like sad for me to watch Misty go. I'm like, damn, dude,
Yeah, she was the goat. She was the girl.
that was
One of the first crushes. It seems to me that a lot of childhood crushes seem to be redheads.
Okay.
prove it.
You got Misty. You got Frankie Foster. You got Starfire. Which is a redhead?
Starfire, yeah, she's an alien.
Who else is a redhead?
Why?
Jessica Rabbit.
Come on.
Yeah.
I just told you Gwen.
Gwen. Yeah, from Ben 10.
I'll say this much though, I was already a teenager when that shit came out.
Uh-huh.
I didn't stick around for it, but I knew a lot of people that liked it. They were younger than me though.
Yeah, I started watching Ben 10, but then we lost cable, so I never got around to actually watching it. I'm still planning on watching it.
I never
Like,
watched it. I had no
I am-
interest.
Like, so far, I've been going back, like, these past few months, I've been going back and just, like, watching all the shows that I missed. Like, right now I'm going through, like, Adventure Time.
Like when did Ben 10 come out? It was already like 2010, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, I was already like at least 18 at that point.
Yo, but the theme song. No? You don't remember?
I didn't watch it. Like I don't know how many times I gotta say it. Like I didn't watch it. I don't know like shit about it really. I know the characters because like I said, my cousins were at the age, and it was more like geared towards them. So I get it. I get it that they watched it. They know about it. So they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I watched like Ben 10 and shit like that," and I'll be like, "Oh okay, cool, good for you." Like, I'm glad you enjoy it. Like what else am I gonna say? But like I had my cartoons. This was one of theirs.
Yeah, the intro of for Ben 10 was almost on the same level as Teen Titans, if you remember that one.
Yeah. I was like 14 when Teen Titans was like big.
Got some rare things on sale. What
What
are
we
you
got now?
buying? Is that
Finally.
Thank you.
Treasure Map, Handgun, Punisher, Blacktail, Broken Butterfly, Riot Gun.
Like I think Teen Titans came out when I was like in middle school. Or like
What are
about
you
to
selling?
move from middle school to high school.
Is that all, stranger?
Cuz there was like a good like 4 or 5 years where I didn't watch Cartoon Network at all.
Uh-huh.
And I just don't know what year it spawned. Also because I really wanted to watch Justice League Unlimited.
Really?
I really did. The only place I got to see it was on WB. And that was only on Saturdays. And I didn't realize that this was a normal thing on Cartoon Network. It just came on every day. And I was like, man, I miss the DC animation from like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Uh-huh.
Like I miss that animation. Like have you seen Batman Beyond?
Yeah.
I love that shit. That shit was good, dude. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying DC today sucks. I'm not saying that. I like new DC as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
like
saying-
old DC,
But
when
like
they were experimenting a little bit.
mm-hmm. But like what I'm saying is other animation studios would kind of look at WB and be like, "Yo, that's a really good like action cartoon." And they would want to go their own way to kind of like not to like compare themselves to that, but just kind of use it as like a reference to be like, yeah, this is the standard. Like, we can't have shitty action cartoons. But let's be real,
How do you live through that?
I don't know. You sniped him in the neck.
All right, I got a headshot him. Oh, but they're saying it now, Hebert.
What?
Go hello, go hello.
I'm not gay. But if you're Spanish, you're not gay, but it just means get 'em. And when I say Spanish, I mean people from Spain.
You ever watch Jackie Chan Adventures?
Yes. Yes.
Fucking talismans. I love that. Like, oh man, I really want a talisman.
That's what I used to watch on Saturdays, dude. Like, here's the thing. I really used to love that cartoon. Nowadays,
Uh-huh.
I can't bear to stand it. I just can't.
Yeah, I've been thinking about watching it again.
I couldn't. I couldn't 100% tell you right now I wouldn't be able to watch it.
I never finished it though, because
I didn't either.
like I know that what's his name, the dragon dude, comes out because they get all the talismans, but I don't remember anything after that.
Yeah, like after its second year, I was just like, I'm pretty good on this.
And at the end of every episode, Jackie Chan would come out. He's like, eat your vegetables, do exercise.
Hey Jackie,
just
what do
like
you
me,
do
Mike.
every day? I train. I do this. I do that. Shit, like I know what you're talking about. It was like the message of the day kind of thing. And he's like, don't be like me. Don't just train every day. You gotta read. You gotta like do all this other shit. You gotta become like good like adults and shit. Like me, I'm successful, but it was all luck. And I'm like, that's actually pretty good message to be like throwing out there for kids, because a lot of kids are like, Like no real shit. Like in that time, like I don't mean for this to sound messed up, but like there's a lot of black kids that I used to go to school with, right? And they would all be like, I don't need to learn, I just need to be really good at basketball. And I'm like, bro,
It's more of like an inner city thing.
like not everyone's gonna make it. Like I get what you're saying, and I'm not trying to shit on your dream or anything, but realistically speaking, you're not that great. Like I knew them personally, I seen how they play, so I know they weren't exactly like the best at what they wanted to do, right? Yes, it would take a lot of hard work, and I get that. But even basketball players, bro, they gotta have a backup too in case that shit doesn't pan out. And like in their minds, they were like, "Oh, I'm never gonna get hurt. I'm never gonna get injured. Oh, I'm never gonna be like not have this ability to play basketball, right?" And here's the thing: there was some kids that were like actually really good at basketball. I'll give them that. I'm not saying that out of like the 100 kids that would say that shit every day, there isn't gonna be like 3 to 5 people that are actually good at it. Yeah, there was actually people that could actually fucking play basketball and be really fucking good at it. They had talent. But like, bro, across the country, that's a lot of kids that are chasing that same dream. So it's just covering your bases, man. You're just covering your bases. Like even me in video games. And I was like, nah, mom.
Man, if I had the resources that I have now, I could probably be a pro gamer. Like back then,
Yeah.
Like, when I would watch, like I used to be really into like League of Legends, and I would watch like the LCS and stuff like that, like the League Championship Series, and like I would watch like season 1 and season 2 players. I'm like, man, these guys suck. But they're professionals, I guess, and like they didn't get really good until like way later. I'm like, if at the skill level that I have, I can probably be a pro. I could hang out with Scara and TSM. You know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea, but
You never got into League, right?
I played it with you that one time and I was like, nah, this ain't for me.
Yeah, it's one of those games where you have to play like over 100 hours before like, yeah, I guess I'm kind of into this now.
The thing is, it's not so much that
We decided to lay low in a castle, but
it's just that you're right. There is a huge learning curve before you fucking like get to the realization of how enjoyable it can be. Because I play games like that where it's like, oh shit, even after like fucking 30 plus hours, I'm still learning, right? Something new is introduced and you're like, wait,
just my luck.
so I don't have to be blocking the whole time? I can parry? What? Yeah. But then it's like, oh no, this is not just a parry. Oh, you can parry and riposte. And you're like, wait, what the fuck? And it's like this whole fucking intricate system into this fucking game that sounds fucking easy the way I'm saying it, where it's just like, oh, it's just one more thing. But no, there's like a whole fucking thing. You have to wait or look for a specific moment to actually perform this. It can't just be performed whenever, So it's like, oh shit. And even after that, there's like, oh yeah, but did you know you don't necessarily have to do a riposte? You can do an insta kill. And you're like, what? No fucking way. But that's just an example of a different game. Like, shit. You just you flashed them?
Yeah, I didn't want to fucking deal with those two.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, man, there are games that hours and fucking ridiculous amounts of hours into the game, you're still learning something new, or something new is being introduced to you.
I didn't know you could interrogate people in Metal Gear Solid 3 until like 4 years ago.
Yeah, I used to do it. Freeze. Where are your friends? But this is Metal Gear 3. Yeah. Metal Gear Solid 3. Yeah, I did that. You can do that shit to the end.
Yeah, he's like, I think he fakes you out or something.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta get out of here. But you can get in there and whoop his ass. And then after that, he's like, oh, I gotta get out. He'll flash you, and then he'll run off. He'll hide again. So you just gotta do that a few times. I think it's just the red guy now.
Yes, he's down there.
You gotta put in that sword right now, though.
Yeah. Like, I never fought the end, or when I first played it, I didn't fight the end like I should have. Because, you know when he bring... What's his name? Not Sokolov. What's the Russian dude's name? Electric Man?
Electric Man? Oh,
Volgin?
yeah. Yeah. Colonel Volgin.
And when he brings out Sokolov and Eve and everyone's hanging out. And it makes him piss himself, and they roll out the end. And the cutscene ends, and I just picked up the sniper rifle, right? I'm like, I wonder if I can hit him from here. And sure enough, you can.
That's how I learned a lot of shit. I just kept posing the question. What happens if I shoot this man right now? And I was like, oh shit, I can do that? So like, yeah. Like I got several paradoxes.
Yeah,
Because
like-
that would defeat the purpose of the game.
And I didn't understand it, because Metal Gear Solid 3 was my first Metal Gear.
Oh.
Because I didn't have the rest of the series growing up.
1 was my first one, but I didn't finish it because I was too young to understand everything about it.
Boys,
So the first one that I really, really dug into was 3.
What?
But technically it was my
shit.
second.
I must have dropped it when I was running away from them.
Dropped what?
A drug that'll stop the
Like I
convulsions.
was like 13 when I bought
I
it.
know you're carriers.
13 or
You've been
14.
coughing up blood, right?
Whatever age I was in 2005, I think.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Damn it.
14. I'm thinking 14.
We don't have much time.
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I have to go back and get it.
Let me come.
Ah.
You stay here with Leon. He's better with the
Yeah,
ladies.
because I want to say like in 99 or 2000, whenever the hell the first one released.
Why are you?
It makes me feel better.
Was it 98?
Better than that.
Wait.
98 was a great year.
It was. There's a lot of good games from that year.
Like StarCraft came out. Did World of Warcraft come? When did World of Warcraft come out?
2004?
Oh, 2004.
World of Warcraft. Warcraft, the game, has been out since like the 90s. Like the old Warcraft. Warcraft 1 and 2. Yeah. Warcraft 3 came out 2000 something. Like early 2000s though. I want to say like 2003 maybe? I could check that though.
God.
I'm just not as sure on that.
Right in the line.
2002. Warcraft was from 2002, man.
Yeah, I had always had friends tell me, you need to play Warcraft. You really need to get into it. Like, I don't own a computer. And I don't think my parents would ever buy a subscription for me. So, never happened. I think the first MMO that I really got into was, I don't know if you know this one, Wizards 101.
The free games, the ones that got broadcasted on the commercials for like.
Yeah!
Yeah, I know. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But it wasn't free. It was like, we'll give you like 2 levels for free, and then you gotta buy the rest.
I know.
But I just grinded out those first few areas that were free.
Did you ever play the Cartoon Network online games?
Oh, the what is it called? But like where it has like that super stylized look, and like it looks like more anime-ish kind of thing.
I was just like in general.
But like you mean go like to CartoonNetwork.com?
Yeah. Like
Yes.
their games.
I don't know if schools. I really doubt schools would even do this anymore, where they would have an event thing, where it's like, oh, pay I think it was like a $5 entry fee, and you get to use the computers for like an hour after school.
We got to use them for free.
And I did that, and because my family didn't own a computer, we didn't really have anything like that.
I mean, copiers. We have to pay to use the copier.
Uh-huh.
And you can copy whatever you wanted. They didn't do surveillance.
Okay.
So,
Where's this going, Hubert?
lots of porn. Lots and lots of porn. Then, here's the thing though. My brother, because he used to stay after school, at least in high school, even in middle school, he used to stay after school. But I guess people learned that he did that because
your brother printed out porn
for people.
for people.
He was like, I'll do it. Just give me the money. And I'll
was
do
this
it.
like an uncle that he was doing it for, or
No, he was doing it for his classmates that were just like, I don't want to stay after school. Can you do it for me? He's like, just give me the money and I'll do it. And he made money using their own money. He printed out like a certain amount of copies or of whatever they wanted, right? Or just random shit. And he printed out just big pussy spread, ass cheeks, all that shit. Just bam, blowjobs and stuff, right? They just needed fat material, and that's what he got them. And yeah, money. Yeah.
oh god,
Oh, you're about to get fucked, buddy. Shit. But yeah, man.
I might use this egg really quick.
And then I just remember him one time coming home with like a big binder full of porn.
A whole binder.
A whole binder full of just porn. And it's just like,
That must use a lot of ink, though.
exactly. That's why they charged. Because of the ink, man. And it was funny because he was like, people were just hearing the copier constantly. Joo, doo, 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 joo, joo, doo, doo, joo. It's just like, damn, for like a straight like 2 hours. Yeah. And then he would just give people their porn and they'd be like, alright, here's $5. And I'm like, y'all could have just like I don't know, bought a magazine or something at the time. And then they're like, we tried. They don't sell them to us.
Yeah, because they're kids. You would have to go to like the woods and hopefully find something.
I don't know
'Cause
about
that's
that.
what they did back in the day. Like, if you wanted to get rid of porn, you'd take it to the woods and just leave it there for an unsuspecting teenager to find. What's Salazar?
Yeah. That old young bitch.
Who are you?
Me, I didn't print out porn, but I did have a friend. I had a PSP, and I would always take it to school, and I had like Monster Hunter and stuff like that. And I would always play it on like in the off time in classes. And my friend was like, "Hey, you want me to put porn on your memory card?" And I'm like, "Sure. Absolutely, yes, please do that." And I gave him my memory stick, and he was like, "Okay, is there anything specific?" Like, "No, not really." He was like, "Okay, I'll hook you up. I know I got some pretty good stuff, and I'll give it to you back tomorrow." And I'm like, "Cool, sweet, awesome." And he gave it to me the next day, and I'm like, I loaded up, and like, sure enough, there's a folder, and it's like porn picture, like hentai, like old hentai, and like MP4s of like a whole bunch of hentai.
I had something similar happen.
Like, and I still have them. They're somewhere over there.
For me, it was on my Apple.
Yeah,
but then he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna need the disc to install. What is it called? The Apple Tunes or iTunes?
iTunes.
Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, but apparently, I don't know if you could just download it off the internet back then, because when I first bought it, yeah, you did. They did give you like a CD to install the program straight into your PC. So I was just like, okay." And I was like, "Oh, here. I don't know if you need it, but like, sure, I guess. So he installed it. He gave me a bunch of fucking music. Like, we're talking like 2,000 plus songs.
You're still using iTunes, not you weren't using LimeWire and stuff like that?
I was. But you still needed to like convert it,
Uh-huh.
you know, cause I don't know how it was weird, man. I hated that shit so much. You have to like convert it from one program into another one. You have to compress shit, decompress, then do other stupid shit. I'm guessing you can still do all that shit, or but now I think nowadays it does it more automatic,
Uh-huh.
like on its own, like the system understands what you want, so like it just kind of does it here and there, right? But there are times where it's like, oh, I didn't know you wanted that.
Okay, come on. There we go.
Oh, but yeah, man, lot of fucking, like, I just have to do a bunch of shit that I don't have to do nowadays.
Uh-huh.
And I got a lot of fucking viruses for it.
I swear, like, the first few computers that we ever had were completely full of viruses, because my mom and dad and my stepdad would be like, hey, can you get us this? Can you get us that? We want to watch this movie that we don't want to pay for. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll find it. Sure enough, like, those computers were full of viruses.
Worms.
For sure.
The amount of viruses my dad's phone had. And I went and I looked, and I'm like, he has like, I'm not even kidding, he had like over like 50 pages open. And I'm like, why are you still running all these 50 fucking pages? And he's like, they're still running? I thought I just had to press the plus button and it just opens a new one. It does open a new one, but you didn't close the old ones. And then I pretty much have like free access to the previous 50 some pages. I looked at them, and it's like all kind of like just random shit, like porn and like Facebook shit.
Uh-huh.
He clicked on a bunch of Facebook ads and shit. And he went on this whole journey that essentially I was just trailing behind and pretty much going through the same journey he went before. And I was like, Jesus. And it's not like I wanted to be like, oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot he comes out immediately. I thought it was after the fucking...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this new generation will never understand how difficult it was to get porn.
Shoot his back.
Yeah, shotgun. Like, it's so readily available, and so there's so much of it everywhere now. It's like back then, like, I didn't have a computer, I didn't have a phone, I didn't have access to the internet. Sure as hell I was not going to go to the library to fucking look at it like my cousins did.
Newgrounds.
Fucking Newgrounds. God. That takes me back.
I don't know if you know the very famous clip called Rebecca.
You might have to, you might have to, like, describe it to me.
Rebecca on Newgrounds. I might have to pull this shit out so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the only thing I'm really familiar with in Newgrounds are, like, the Meat and Fut games and, of course, Zone 10.
I saw that video such a long time ago. I was in middle school, dude.
I think that's, I'm pretty sure that's Stamper. Do you know who Stamper is?
Yeah, I know what Stamper is. I can check who the fuck everyone is. Stamper's voice equals 10. I'm sorry, but it's true. Yeah, it's definition of creepy uncle. Yeah, it's Stamper. It's Stamper. Mike. Do you see the year?
2004.
At 11:22 Eastern Time. Jesus. That's how long ago I knew. I knew it by its name too.
deep memory for you.
Yeah. Middle school, man. Middle school.
Me, I would always go and try to play the meat and fuck games. You know those, right?
The which one?
The
Oh.
meat and fuck, where you would have to hover over like a specific body part, and she'd go like, "Oh," but if you picked the wrong spot, she was like, "No,
Follow me.
no."
I don't know. You play the hentai, like you meet like famous anime girls.
Fuck yes. I never understood those games. I couldn't. I would always get stuck.
It's like, oh, you're going on a bus, and you come across a girl with shiny blonde hair, and it's fucking Sailor Venus, and you're like, and then, you know, Sailor Venus is being like a fucking slut, and you gotta like seduce her essentially. Shit like
Yeah,
that.
there was a lot of like DBZ Sailor Moon thing going on for a while.
Yeah. Like, what's the girl? What's her name from Cowboy Bebop?
Oh, I don't remember her name.
I forgot her name, dude. Lulu? No, not Lulu. I'm thinking Final Fantasy. But
Oh,
yeah,
it's this part. God damn it.
it's go ham, dude. Muere. Jesus. Smack you hard as shit. But like, yeah, dude, there was a lot of those games at that time. It was always in computer class where I would see the other people in my class just searching up porn.
Back when they didn't have those restrictions on.
Yeah, they did it. And then slowly we started figuring out, oh wait, there's this program the teacher can use to monitor our screens. That's not good.
Who the fuck is Ashley?
She's probably still ducking.
Oh, she's getting abducted.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, don't shoot her.
The parasite behind you. Yeah, shoot it.
God damn it.
See, Mike, I don't have to worry about playing stuff like that out loud in my...
In your house.
Yeah. That video. Well, I wouldn't say I don't have to worry about it, but not as often. Sometimes I just play because, like, nobody's around. Mike, when I was a kid, I had secret DVDs,
Okay.
right?
Like blank CDs or like actual?
No, like actual, like, porn. Some were hentai, some were like actual porn. And it's because my brother came back from well, I wouldn't say he came back, but he was essentially on holiday from his
From the war.
his army tour, yeah. Or, you know, he was stationed in Iraq. And I'm saying this is like 2004, 2005 kind of. So he brought back some porn, some actual DVDs, and he didn't know that I had spotted them. And he bought this hentai with the stepmom.
You could be talking about so many.
It was famous in its time, dude. It was like the mom.
Follow me.
But anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. The point is he has some funny kind of porn as well, which was like, I really wouldn't call it porn. It was just more like Snoop Dogg on a
Music
bus,
videos. Yeah.
on a bus with just naked bitches around. And I was like, this shit is boring. I don't want to see this shit. This shit sucked, man. I didn't want to see that. Did you already get the bridge animation?
Yeah. The bridge?
Yeah, the bridge is supposed to extend.
No, that's the second. Okay.
Oh, damn, she got smashed.
That's the second part. It's the one with the crank. The first crank.
Yeah, it drops some stairs. You get an animation that shows the stairs.
No, it's the crank comes out of the ground. And you do the crank and then the stairs come down.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Anyway, there was some other DVDs that were like really fucking like,
Like hardcore.
yeah. And I looked at the other one, and it was like Latin pussy something something, and I was like, what? That one sounds promising. And the other one is like teen something.
I was never a fan of the teen stuff.
Well, to be fair, I was 14. And they were 18 and 19. So fair game for me at the time.
When I had access to like the internet and like on my phone specifically and like on my iPod Touch, I went pretty hard. Man, finally having access to this wonderful world of pornography, I went extraordinarily too hard, honestly. To the point where I started exploring categories where I was starting to get a little bit uncomfortable, but I was like, I don't know, let's check it out. Like granny, anorexic, obese. Not that I don't want to do that.
I watched a lot of crazy shit too. Cause I was like, I don't know. At the time, everything was on the table. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Right? I don't know. I don't know who I am as an individual. I don't know what I like. I don't know what I do like and what I don't. So, oh fucking A. She dropped an item. She dropped an item. Like you, I was searching up everything, like threesomes.
And it's not because you were into it, but it was more of like a curiosity.
I'm like, yeah, let's see. Does it click with me? Does it not click with me? Like every now and then, I see something, like they'll pull out something, right? And you're like, oh, okay, that's not that big. And then you realize it's just the first in a whole line of shit that's already inside of her. And there's like another one, and another one,
Another one.
and
You know,
another
like,
one.
It's so long to the point where like it's in her intestines.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? Is there ever a moment where they feel fear that something may have gotten lost in there?
And that is an issue, especially with like anal. Like where like they have like not a butt plug, because the butt plug has that little thing at the end where kinda I think it stops it
Yeah.
from going in there.
Yeah, it has that round shit at the end.
But then they have like regular dildos and they stick it up there and they're playing with it and they're being coy with it and like they're pushing it in and out without holding it, and then they suck it in a little bit too deep and it's just like gone.
It's the winks, man. The winks. The anal winks.
And then they gotta go to like the emergency room to get it
It's
out.
extraction. For extraction.
I think I need a heal.
It's too far gone. It's beyond the point of no return.
You know Mia Khalifa, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like she had that happen to her.
Oh shit.
It was on E Fucked.
Okay.
You know about E Fucked, right?
Yeah, it's like you just see a bunch of fucked up shit there. E-fucked is like, what is the main content on there,
It's mostly just like weird sexual shit.
right? Well, E-bombs is like, it was a mix of everything. There was like fucked up sexual stuff, but it was mostly just like violence in like street
So like
fights.
a lively kind of thing, like a World Star.
Yeah, think of it like that. Even World Star has its own like crazy sex shit. Oh shit, there's a dude. I had a physical reaction to that. Like I felt a shock in my foot right now.
To what?
To the spike ball man that was on your far left, and I was like, oh shit, and it just like I felt that physically. Anyway, what I was trying to tell you about the DVDs, man. This didn't really happen very often to me. Like I would get left in the house alone growing up because my mom and my dad had to go somewhere or whatever, right? But it was mostly just to do like errands and shit. But at that time, I have no porn. And I was like, bro, today Eddie's not here. He's somewhere else. He's doing some shit. He's, you know, whatever, right? He left the house. He went to go do some shit that was required of him for the military. He was just handling his shit. My mom and my dad weren't there. My dad had left to go see some friends to help him out with some.
You essentially have the entire house to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, my sisters aren't here. They're having a sleepover with with our cousins, who, you know, they're girls. So it was like the girl type sleepover. And I was just like, bro, hey, they're taking her away.
I know, but there's so many of them right here.
And like, I had the house all to my fucking self. And for the first time, and I thought to myself, what is porn like on the big screen?
On the big TV.
On the big fucking TV. With the volume full blast. And I pulled down all the curtains. I put that shit in the DVD player. And I was, and here's the thing. We had a surround system. And I was like, is 20 enough? Is 30 enough? Is 40 enough? And then eventually I just kept going higher and higher.
Just to test it.
Just to be like, okay. And then like, it's not the same, dude. Cause like, there's a difference from hiding from everyone and sneaking off to watch it,
and not giving a fuck,
and then just watching it out in the open and just like not worrying about shit. And then the next day my neighbor was like, man, your dad was really watching porn. And I was like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, I saw everybody leave your house. I guess it was just your dad, because I heard porn. And I was like,
your dad
don't tell my mom.
Don't tell my mom that my dad did this.
Yeah. don't. And he's like, yeah, I bet she'll get mad. But it's okay. And I was like, that was me, dude. But yeah. But I'm thinking that's just his way of telling me, like, I know you were watching porn.